This week on the Hanford Insider, we're teeing it up at the Tee Box. Join us as we chat with owner Marty Keaton about how his virtual golf simulator is bringing golfers, families, and friends together for a fun and unique experience right here in Hanford. Rob will have some community news, and I'll be back with your first sports report of Season 4. This is the Hanford Insider for Monday, August 3rd.
Well, hey there, everybody. Welcome to the Hanford Insider Podcast. I'm your host, Rob Bentley. Each week, we bring you trusted, positive conversations about the people, places, businesses, and events that make Hanford and Kings County such a special place to call home. Through inspiring stories and engaging interviews, we celebrate the neighbors who are making a difference in our community. Thanks for listening, and welcome to the show. Now let's get started. Last week, Councilman Lou Martinez announced his retirement from the City Council. This week, it was Mayor Mark Kyrus announcing that he will not be seeking another term in the November election. With their departure, that means there will be 3 open seats. Councilman Travis Payton will be running again in District A, and Sheldon Blackwell has also filed for candidacy. In District D, which represents Southeast Hanford, Austin Mentner and Francisco Ramirez have filed candidacy papers to replace Lou Martinez. And in District E, which represents Southeast Hanford, Shane Strawn and Victor Chavrine Jr. have filed candidacy papers to replace Mark Kyrus. If you're interested in running for these offices, or you know someone who might be, you'd better hurry. The application deadline for file for candidacy is this Friday, August 7th. You can get more information at countyofkings.gov/elections. Speaking of the City Council, they do have a meeting scheduled for this Tuesday. At the afternoon study session, they'll receive a report from the Kings County Association of Governments. At the general meeting beginning at 7, they'll be holding a public hearing regarding annexation and receive reports about the 4th of July Freedom Fest and a recap of the It's Not Worth It campaign from Fire Chief Daniel Perkins. You can attend the meeting in person, or you can participate online. On Wednesday, August 5th, the Measure H Oversight Board will be meeting in the City Hall Training Room at 319 North Doughty Street at 5:30 p.m. Now let's take a look at this week's community calendar. After a cancellation last week due to the heat, the Thursday night marketplace is looking for a comeback this week, but the forecast is looking warm again. The projected high for Thursday is 103. Main Street Hanford makes the decision by noon on Tuesday to give their vendors and volunteers plenty of time to prepare for whatever they decide. The Sierra Pacific High School Golden Bear Classic Golf Tournament will be held on Monday, August 3rd at the Kings Country Club. The Hanford Multicultural Theater Company will be holding an open mic night on Friday, August 7th at 6:30 p.m. Visit hanfordmtc.com for more information. The Kings Art Center presents the artwork Trousers Akimbo, on display from August 7th through September 12th. Visit kingsartcenter.org for more information. The movie Finding Dory will be shown at the Hanford Plunge Dive-In Movie on Friday, August 7th at 8 p.m. On Saturday, August 8th, the Writers Haven will be meeting at the Starbucks at 11th and Lacey at 10 a.m. The Carnegie Museum of Kings County will be showing the contents of the 1976 City of Hanford bicentennial time capsule the week of August 10th through the 15th. As part of my previews of the exhibition, I've been sharing audio from the cassette tapes that were placed in the capsule in 1976. Here's a clip from Supervisor Elwood Kimball talking about life in Kings County in 1976. You're going to get a kick out of this.
Hi folks, Elwood Kimball, 5th District County Supervisor. The district includes downtown Hanford, the Home Garden area, El Rancho, Guernsey, and Delta View. I'm 53 years old and live on Catherine Street between Doughty and Irwin. It certainly would be fun to be with you to see what changes have been made. Right now, some of us are trying to protect the courthouse to keep it from being torn down. Also, we are trying to retain our park-like atmosphere around the courthouse and auditorium. Did we succeed? How do you like the government center? It will be a little over a year before we move in yet. I suppose your conversations are much like ours were, discussing the elections, arguing and betting on the football and baseball games, griping about taxes and the high cost of living. I can remember back 40 years ago as a kid, 90 years for you, bread cost 7 cents. In fact, I can remember when it went from 5 cents to 7 cents. Hamburger sold in those days for 15 cents a pound. Now bread is 72 cents a loaf, hamburger 60 cents a pound. Gasoline has just gone sky high, doubled in the last 3 years, is now 60 cents a gallon. Our Southern California gas bill for October was $9.50 at the house. Our electric bill is running about $1 a day. Do you still have plenty of water to use? We're not even on meters here at this time. Is the air still fresh? I just wonder if there's still the quaint little towns throughout Kings County. We're just about to get cable TV in the Hanford area. We already have it in the Avenel area. A moment-by-moment weather report will be available in our home shortly. Home garden will have sewers in a couple of years. Tomatoes will probably be grown locally soon. We have a new tomato processing plant just a few miles outside of Hanford, south of Hanford. It's very doubtful that I will be with you as you play this tape, because I'd be 103 years old. But let me say that I hope and pray that you have the freedom, the luxuries, and the good life that we had in 1976. May the Lord bless each and every one of you. Thank you.
The Carnegie Museum will be open Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday mornings from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m., and on Tuesday and Thursday evenings, they'll be open from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. for the special exhibition. Admission is free. Visitors will also get a chance to record messages to the Hanford citizens of 2076 to be placed in the time capsule. Listen to last week's episode of The Insider for a highlight of the exhibition. On Friday, August 14th, the King's Players presentation of Agatha Christie's The Mousetrap opens. Visit kingsplayers.org for more information. If you have an event coming up, large or small, and you'd like some help getting the word out, let's work together. Send your information to hanfordinsider@gmail.com. Be sure to subscribe to my weekly newsletter to get a complete calendar of events. You can also find it on my website at hanfordinsider.com. It's the most comprehensive community calendar available. Well, friends, Hanford, we're always looking for something to do, and this summer we have a new place that's opened in town. It's called the T-Box, and I'm here with owner Marty Keaton. Welcome to the show, Marty.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
So, Marty, the T-Box, this place is great. Let's go ahead and get started about what things that the T-Box offers. I know I see a lot of golfing bays here, but you've got a lot. Let's start with the golf first. What can people expect when they come into the T-Box?
Well, the first thing they can expect is to come in and have a good time. We are able, with our technology, it's all TrackMan stuff, so we are able to accommodate golfers of any age, any ability, from the very beginners to the smallest children to the most experienced and the best players. Any of those people can come in here and have a good time or practice or just collect data on how to be better, how to get better at golf. This is a great place to do that.
Yeah, and we'll get into the specifics of the different strategies that you're using to bring people in. But how about why you started this. It is a very unique business to Hanford. I don't think Hanford's had something like this before. So what attracted you to this site, and why you felt this was so needed for the community?
So when we began this journey, we wanted to be downtown because we feel like that's a hub for Hanford for families and for things to do. There's not a lot of family entertainment in Hanford, and we kind of wanted to fill that niche. We owned another business here for 30 years. Recently have gone through a small change of ownership with that. And so we thought, man, if we're going to do it, let's do it. Now's the time. This place was perfect because the setup of the building was great for us. The amount of space that we needed was good, and parking is amazing.
Yeah, a lot of parking. For those of you who aren't aware of the T-Box location, it's here on the corner of Phillips and 7th, right next to the Dollar Tree Amtrak station. Many of you may remember it as the former grocery store for many years. And opening up a business in any location has its challenges, but what has been some of the hurdles you've had to overcome in this particular space?
For us, the biggest thing was, because we sell beer and have that, our biggest thing was getting the ABC license. That's quite a process, takes quite a long time. We applied for that and were not issued that license for almost 5.5 months. So that was quite a challenge for us. And some of the stuff with the city was a little bit of a challenge, but once we got everything going and got started, the city was really good to work with and very helpful. They were, they were good. It was contrary to what you might hear working with the city. Once we were able to get in and get started, they were really good to work with.
So we're sitting here at the bar, and you've got lots of beverages for sale. Tell us about what you're able to serve at this point, and then maybe down the line what you're looking at.
So right now we only have a beer license. So beers and seltzers, we have 12 taps. And then we sell some stuff also out of the fridge in cans and bottles. I don't know that we will expand beyond that and do wine and liquor, because you have to sell food to do that. And I don't know that we're in a position to build a full kitchen in here because there was no kitchen in when we moved. So I don't know that we'll do that. That may be something we do down the road if things change a little bit. But right now we're going to stick with golf and beer.
Yeah. And you had talked about food earlier, and maybe the hopes that in the future you might be able to get some food trucks out here.
Correct. We're working with the city on being able to bring some food trucks out on our busier nights so that our customers will have that option. There are some amazing food vendors that come to Hanford. If you guys go to Thursday Night Market, or if you go to any of the other places in town, Plan B, a couple of other places have food trucks where for their customers. And that's kind of what we're trying to accomplish as well. And that'll be soon. That'll be coming soon. We're in the final stages of getting that done with the city.
What if somebody wanted to bring in their own food? Let's say they go grab a pizza at Poor Richard's or a taco at one of the places. We can bring food in?
Absolutely. We encourage that. Anytime you guys come in, you're welcome to bring in your own food. Pizzas, sandwiches, tacos, whatever it may be. We encourage you to do that. We want, when you come in here, we want it to be the best time you can have. And so we're not going to restrict people. And even when the food trucks are here, they will still be allowed to bring their own food in if that's what they wanted.
All right, let's get to the golf. That's what it's about, right? So I have several questions related to golf. And I guess the first one is, can someone who has no experience at golf come in here and have a good time?
Absolutely. So you don't have to play a traditional golf course when you come in. There's a lot of interactive things that are available in our system. We have a bunch of games, anywhere from a bowling game to putt-putt golf, which is essentially miniature golf right here in the simulators, all the way up to almost 500 different courses that a person can play if that's what they would like to do. But it's not traditional golf in the sense that you have to play a golf course. There's many, many things that we offer.
So what are some things that you've seen families come in and do? I know you offer a lot, but what seems to be popular for the kids or maybe young adults to play if they're not a golfer in the traditional sense?
Gotcha. So what we're seeing a lot of is families will come in and they'll play the putt-putt golf is very popular. There's a game on there called Scrapyard, which is a Candy Crush type of game. Also very popular. The kids like to blow things up. So that's a game where they're able to do that. It's very interactive. What we get a lot of is mom and dad will come in and put the kids in a bay to play golf, and they'll sit at the bar and have a drink or a soda and just kind of hang out and under the air conditioning for an hour and then wear the kids out and take them home.
Speaking of kids, do you offer like birthday party packages or any kind of special event packages where people can maybe rent out the entire building or maybe a few bays?
Yes, absolutely. We can accommodate birthday parties, bachelor parties. Right now with fantasy football coming up, we're really pushing for the fantasy football draft parties to come in. We can display your entire football draft board on one of our huge screens that are 10 foot tall by 15 foot wide. It's really cool. One of the kids that works for me is a big fantasy football player, and he turned me on to that. And so we're really pushing for that. But yes, we can do corporate events. We can do birthday parties, bachelor parties, anything you guys can think of, we can do it.
Okay, so let's move to the avid golfers now. They can't make it out to the course for whatever reason. Can they come in here and get a good experience?
Absolutely. So our machines calculate data that 95% of PGA Tour pros are using. So when you see a guy at a golf tournament that's got the little machine set down behind his ball, that is a TrackMan machine. That's what we're using here. The best players in the world are using it. So the data that you can accumulate in one of our bays is astounding how much information you can get. And it doesn't take a long time. I actually have a guy that comes in on his lunch break and plays Pebble Beach, plays 18 holes at Pebble Beach on his lunch break. He hustles through it, but he gets it done. So yeah, there's so much information. And if you want to come in and just practice, it is great for that because it gives you real-time actual data that you can use when you do get to go to the golf course.
What about equipment? We mentioned people who don't have experience in golfing, but do you have clubs available here for, how does that work if they need a set of clubs or, that kind of stuff?
We do. We have rentals available all the way from adults to all the way down to the smallest kids. We have all those sizes of clubs available for our customers, for people that just want to come in and are not serious about golf. They just want to have a good time hitting a golf ball. We can definitely accommodate that.
And you have all that information on a website, your social media. How can people find out more about the Tee Box?
We are on social media. We're on Facebook, the Tee Box on Facebook, on Instagram at the Tee Box LLC. We are the Tee Box on TikTok. We also have a website, which is the teeboxhanford.com. All of our information is on there. You can book your tee times on there. So you don't have to come in necessarily to do that. If you have a specific time you want to play, just go on our website, book it for whatever time you want to do. You pay for it right there. When you come in, you're ready to go. No time wasted, easy access. We're trying to make it as simple and seamless as possible for our customers.
Yeah, that's convenient to have all that information. That's the way that I found out about the Tee Box was on social media. So good job to your team on that. Marty, I'd like to close with just a kind of a deeper question for you. And you've lived in the Hanford area for a number of years. And like you said, you've had other business ventures, but what makes the Tee Box kind of the next big thing in Hanford? Why should people come? And why do you think that this is so important for the community?
That's a great question. Our biggest draw here is that we are family friendly. We want you to bring the kids. We want the entire family to come in. We want the entire family to have a good time. So being family friendly, we felt was extremely important. But it's just a cool spot. It's something that Hanford has never seen. To do anything similar to what we're doing here, you have to travel to Visalia or Fresno to do that. We were trying to fill that void as well. We want to be able to provide an excellent family experience so that when you leave here, you've made memories, you've had a good time with your family, your kids have had a great time. We want it to be that kind of a place. We want it to be a place where Hanford can come to and just say, hey, that's a cool place. Let's go hang out at the T-Box.
That's fantastic, Marty. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And now it's time for Hanford Insider Sports with Eric Bentley.
It's good to be back, and let's start with some action on the baseball diamond, where the Hanford Babe Ruth 16U All-Star team advanced through district, state, and regionals to represent the Pacific Southwest region in the 2026 Babe Ruth World Series. The Hanford All-Stars had to compete against teams from California, Nevada, Arizona, Utah, Hawaii, and Guam in order to punch their ticket to the World Series in Branson, Missouri. This 16U All-Star squad is following in the footsteps of last year's 16 to 18-year-old All-Star team that won the 2025 Babe Ruth World Series, highlighting the quality of play of youth baseball in Hanford. Best of luck to our Hanford Babe Ruth 16U All-Stars in Missouri at the Babe Ruth World Series, happening August 5th through 15th. And sticking with baseball, but now out to the big leagues, Hanford High alum Jerron Watts Brown was called up to the Norfolk Tides, AAA affiliate of the Baltimore Orioles. After starting the year in High A, then pitching 14 games for AA Chesapeake, Jerron was called up to AAA last week and pitched 4 2/3 innings in his debut, giving up 2 runs on 2 hits, striking out 4 and picking up the win. Congrats to Jerron. Hopefully the call up to the majors is right on the horizon. And high school fall sports are right around the corner, and conference league realignment isn't something reserved for the NCAA, as the CIF Central section has made significant competition-based changes for the upcoming school year. The main change for Hanford schools is that Hanford High will now compete in the East Yosemite League with some familiar faces but a couple of new threats. Looking at football specifically, Kingsburg, CVC, and Redwood are all new additions to Hanford High's league schedule this year, along with former WIL foes Tulare Union, Tulare Western, and Lemoore. And though the Bullpups never shy away from scheduling tough opponents in non-league, this change means that nearly every week of the season will feature a formidable opponent. The advantage, a greater strength of schedule for building a playoff resume, but it also means that we might not see as many Bullpup blowouts as we've seen in years past. Even with the jump to the EYL, the outlooks for the Bullpups remains the same as it always has been, a contender for a league title and a playoff berth well within their reach. I'll be back in the upcoming weeks before the season starts with full schedule previews and breakdowns for all 3 football teams, as well as other fall sports getting into gear. I'm Eric Bentley, and this has been your Hanford Insider Sports Report.
Well, that wraps things up for this week's show. If you're enjoying the podcast and want to support it, you can head over to buymeacoffee.com/Hanford Insider to make a donation, or you can Venmo me directly. To stay connected, join the Hanford Insider email list at hanfordinsider.com. You'll get weekly updates plus an exclusive newsletter delivered right to your inbox each Wednesday. I'd also appreciate your help getting the word out about the show by liking and sharing on social media, or like most people, just telling a friend. Don't forget, if you have a story idea, community event, or someone you think deserves to be featured, I'd love to hear from you. Email me anytime at hanfordinsider@gmail.com. You can follow the show on Facebook, Instagram, Threads, X, and YouTube at Hanford Insider for more content and updates. Thanks for listening. Stay cool and have a great week.